transformation and business coach. And I help relentless entrepreneurs like myself who suffer from, mental health issues. I help them in their businesses. I help them transform the way they see themselves and how they think about themselves. So let's get right into day 3. And on my screen, I got it saying day 2. Let me fix that. Let me edit it. Yeah, on my screen I have day 3. Um, hold on a second. I'll fix that. And I'm trying to do it without glasses. Anyway, okay, I think it. There it is. All right. So day 3, 14 days of self love. Why setting boundaries is important. Now, like I said before on yesterday, this one is my favorite topic to talk about because I really think that setting boundaries are so important. A lot of people don't care to set boundaries because they don't want to be, the mean guy. They don't want to be the mean person. They don't want to be the one to tell whoever they need to tell about their boundaries. But see me, I've always been one of those people who just talk off the cuff anyway, so it don't really bother me to tell you what I think about what I need in my life. So I'm okay with, setting boundaries. But when you decide to start on your self-love journey, when you start on your self-love journey, setting boundaries is going to be one of the keys to your success of your self-love journey, because you're going to need this when it comes time to getting rid of some of the people in your life. So let's jump right into it. Why is setting boundaries so important? One, because it teaches people how to treat you. People need to know how to treat you. If you are walking around being mistreated and letting people run all over you, you have not set any boundaries because you don't know that you need to set boundaries. So now people are running all over you and you're doing nothing about it. Okay? So you have to set boundaries so that people will treat you, teach you, you can teach people how to treat you. Okay? Most people who deal with me already know off the top how to deal with me. Okay. That goes for business relationships, that goes for friendships, that goes for my family relationships, that goes for my husband, my son, my, whoever, wherever I'm at in the streets, wherever. I set boundaries with people because I teach them off the top how to treat me. So I don't really run into, like I said on yesterday, I don't really run into I've never been in a bad relationship where, some man treated me badly because I set boundaries off the top. Okay. That is my number one thing. I don't tolerate it. And like I also said yesterday, but it took me longer to set boundaries with my family because of course they're family. You don't want to step on toes. You don't want to argue with your family, blah, blah, blah. But I'll get into that in a minute. So setting boundaries, number one, is important because it teaches people how to treat you. You're wondering, for those of you all who are in relationships where things are not working out, you're constantly saying, I don't understand why this person doesn't treat me the way I want to be treated. Well, what did you teach him? What did you teach her? How did you tell them how to treat you? See, people don't just wake up in the mornings and say, well, I'm going to run all over Stephanie. People don't walk around their whole entire life thinking when they get in a relationship with you that they literally are just doing this to you. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you are in a relationship with an abuser or a person that verbally abuses you, it's not you per se. They just pick on weak people. And not that you're weak per se, but when you are kind of negative, naive and passive and, well, he's just so handsome or she's just so pretty. And, they have other good qualities, then, you get what you deserve. Okay. So that's why setting boundaries is important because it teaches people how to treat you. 2, setting boundaries is important for your mental health because when you teach people how to treat you, it takes a lot of stress off of your life. Excuse me. It takes a lot of stress off of you. When people come into your life and they are walking all over you, they're not listening to your boundaries, they're crossing all over your boundaries. Now you're walking around worried, you're tired, you're complaining, you're upset. You know, your mind is a whole mess. You're cluttered with a whole bunch of junk in your mind, which then sends you into this panic mode. So now you have anxiety attacks. Now you're walking around depressed because you didn't set boundaries. So boundaries are important for your mental health. Someone like me that suffers from mental health issues, not setting boundaries. I didn't set boundaries for years with people, and especially my family. I didn't set boundaries for years, and it went on for year after year after year after year. And I'm up into I'm in my mid 40s, you know. And I let it go on for so long that I just recently decided that, hey, you know, I can't take it. This is not good for me. This is not good for my sanity. This is not good for my mental health. And I just set the boundaries and made them stick to it about 5 months ago now. Okay. So it's going to take some time. So it's not an overnight thing because it wasn't overnight with me. But when I decided to hop on this self-love journey, that's when I decided that, hey, okay, boundaries need to be met. If you cross them, I can't deal with you. And number 3, boundaries are important because it gives you the confidence to be able to handle any situation. Okay. A lot of us, well, me personally, a lot of other people that I know are not confident in situations. Hence why you don't tell people or set boundaries, because you're not confident. You don't have any confidence in yourself, so you don't set boundaries because you're too afraid. You know, you don't want the confrontation. You don't want to deal with this situation. So you're not confident enough to tell people how you're feeling or to tell people that they're crossing your boundaries. Okay? Hey, you're crossing that line. You're not confident enough to say that. So the reason why it's important, because it gives you confidence. You do know now. You will go into relationships when you learn how to set boundaries. You go into relationships saying, okay, hey, this is how I am expected to be treated. This is how I'm going to treat you. And you're going to do it with confidence. You're going to do it with your shoulders up. You're going to do it sitting there, you know, tall, and say, hey, this is how you're going to treat me. This is how I'm going to treat you. Instead of slouching and with your head down and you know, and negotiating. You don't need to negotiate your boundaries, period. So this is why it's important to set them, because it gives you confidence. Now, this is a couple of reasons why people don't set boundaries. Number 1, because you don't have confidence. Number 2, you're codependent on the relationships that you have. And number 3, you don't want to be seen as the bad guy. You don't want to be seen as the bad guy. Okay? You don't have the confidence to stand up to these bullies. See, but most of the times people that overstep your boundaries are little bullies. I don't care who it is. Your mother, your father, your sister, your cousin, your uncles, your boyfriend, your husband, they're bullies. When they mistreat you, when they step over your boundaries, they are little miniature bullies. Oh, well, my husband's not a bully, or, oh, well, my mom's not a bully. Yes, they are. See, once again, you are trying to justify their behavior, even though you know for a fact that you are the one crying, you are the one feeling sad, you are the one with the headache, you are the one that's sitting around with your mental health all over the place. But I'm going to justify their behavior. So you don't set boundaries because you lack confidence. You don't set boundaries because you are codependent on these people. I said that on yesterday about codependency. I also said that that's an illness as well. You are codependent on the relationship. Let's talk boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. 9 times out of 10, you're in a relationship where you're trying to help that person be better. That person's not going to be better just because you're helping them. That person wanted to be better. That person would have been better before you met them. But now you're trying to help this person be better because you're too afraid, because you have no confidence to confront this person. See, you want to help this person get better, but you're too afraid to tell this person what really is going on with them. You don't want to say to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, hey, look, a lot of things probably would work better in your life if you stop mistreating me. A lot of things will probably work better in your life if you stop doing this. You don't have the confidence to tell these people what you need to tell them. So you lack the confidence. Now they are all over your boundaries because you're codependent on these people. You don't want to break up with these people. You don't ever want to be away from these people because 9 times out of 10, you're codependent. That's the boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. What about friendships? I hear it all the time. Well, me and her been together, this my ride or die for 20 years. Is she really your ride or die? Is he really your ride or die? Or is he just the person or she is just the person that you're the person that she drops all of her baggage on? Are you the person that's always lending her money or him money? Are you the person that's always being there for them, but every time it's time for you, they can't be found? Believe me, I know people like this. I literally have mentored people like this. It's always that justification. You have to justify why this person is in your life. So no, I don't want to end this friendship with this person because this has been my road dog. This has been my girl. This is my dude. But they are overstepping their boundaries, your boundaries, if you had set any. So when you're in these friendships, you're codependent on that friendship because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to let go because you don't want to be the bad guy. So now you're stuck with a half-ass friend that's in your life, that's constantly around you, that's constantly you bringing you baggage. Now, I hear a lot of people who, like I said, with this whole friendship thing, say, well, I just want you always just, I just stop adjusting. Is that a thing? I don't think it's a thing, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Because you're codependent on a friendship. You're codependent on a relationship. Relationships that don't mean you any good. And then you're too afraid to become the bad guy. Well, Olivia, what if I set these boundaries and this person yells at me or this person leaves me or this person doesn't want to talk to me anymore? Well, then you got a decision to make, boo. You have a decision to make because either you want to be mistreated or you don't. Make it make sense. You want to be treated well or you don't. So you can't tell me, well, what if this happens? Well, what if it does happen? Then you need to be prepared for that situation. Because in order for you to love yourself, you need to know what you want. But see, the reason why you're codependent on relationships that don't mean you no good is because you don't know who you are. You don't know what you want. You're codependent on relationships because you don't know who you are. So if this person leaves you or this person doesn't talk to you anymore, then so what? You can't ask for them to be you want a better relationship, but I'm also so afraid if you leave me. If that person leaves you or that person doesn't talk to you anymore or that person mistreats you, then they need to be gone. And you found out right then and there that, you know what? As soon as I step my boundaries up, as soon as I put my foot down, this person gives me lip. This person says this. This person doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Oh, my girl won't even answer my calls. Okay, well, you're going to have to be ready for that. But in order to be ready for that, you need to start learning who you are. Figure out who you are. Figure out what type of friendships and relationships that you want. Start thinking about, if I am going to practice self-love, if I am going to love myself, do I want these people in my life? Now, there are going to be times that you are going to sit around and be lonely if these people leave. But keep thinking about if you decided, hey, I'm setting boundaries, and this person decided to up and leave, or this person doesn't talk to you anymore, think about this. You were in a one-sided relationship. You were in a one-sided friendship. Why do you want that for yourself? If you love yourself, you don't want half-ass relationships. If you love yourself, you do not want to be single in a relationship. Okay? You don't want to be single in a relationship. You want a relationship where it is both this equal parts. Equal parts. You know, I used to get from family members, of course, that say that, oh, your husband do anything you tell him to do. Your husband, your husband. No, he don't do anything I tell him to do, which is so, to me, so demeaning. He just knows that I don't tolerate certain things. So he does not bring that stuff to me. From day one, the day I met him, I told him how I was treated as a woman. From day one. When he cheated on me, I told him right then that at that time, the day he came to me and told me that he cheated on me, I said, see, what I'm not going to do is tolerate this crap here. Because what I ain't going to do is keep taking you back every time you cheat on me. I ain't that type of chick. That's not what I do. I don't need, so many women just want just a piece of a man. They just have to have a man. I don't have to have a man because I literally practice self-love. Not to mention there are a billion men in the world. You really need this one? You really need this one. So my husband doesn't do what I tell him to do. He's not some trained dog. No, I set boundaries. He follows those boundaries just like he set boundaries, and I follow his. We have that mutual understanding. So don't let negative people come in your head who don't have anything going on in their lives. They don't have good relationships, but they're telling you about yours. Just because you and your girlfriend been riding or die, and y'all been chilling, you her godmother to her, the godmother to her children, or you loan her a lump sum of money. I don't care. I don't care. And see, that's another thing about boundaries. With friendships, anybody can ask you to tell you, as a friend of mine, I have never borrowed money, and I don't set myself up for them to ask me. Period. Not because I don't have it, not because I wouldn't give it to them, but see, I set my life up like, hey, now I don't hang around sorry ass friends who ain't got nothing going on. So that's another thing. You need to learn how to pick your circle. See, because if you got a circle where everybody's borrowing money from each other, that ain't the type of circle you need to be in. Now, yes, people fall on hard times. It's been many a days when I've had nothing in my bank account. And my friends will say, hey, you want to go someplace? Now, look, I'm straight up. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no income coming in. I'm broke. I ain't doing this. Well, no, I got you, because that's the kind of friends I have. Those are the kind of friends that I have. I got you. I don't have to borrow money from my friends. They don't borrow money from me because I watch who's around in my circle, because I set money boundaries too. So I never had that problem. I have never, ever, ever, ever borrowed any money from a friend or family, period. And I have never, ever, ever had them borrow money from me because I watch my circle. So if you are in a relationship or a friendship with everybody around you poor, everybody around you on government assistance, everybody around you ain't got nothing, ain't none of y'all have boundaries, then you need to watch your circle. But you don't need to keep these people around, because people are supposed to lift you up. Everybody should not be on the same poor, negative mindset, not setting boundaries life. You need to check your circle and get you some people that uplift you. Get you some people. See, what y'all do is, and I experience this right now. People will get rid of good people but make room for bad people. Y'all will keep those bad people around because it's convenient, because it's comfortable. You're too afraid to elevate and go higher. So you keep people around you that are just as low as you, so you can be feeling, so you can make yourself feel good. I told my husband, I remember when me and my husband first got married, and he had a whole bunch of bum behind friends. I mean, a bunch of bums. I'm talking about one time, one of the guys came to my house, and we had it was just him coming to the house, but he came to the house, my house at this point, when I was at my apartment. Now, I'm a woman who likes proper etiquette. So if you come into the house, you ain't gonna bring no one beer to my house. I drink beer, at the time. I drink beer. But he walked in the door with one. I politely said, I'm gonna need you to go back to the store. And he was like, man, talking to my husband, like, man, what your wife talking about? I said, because you walked in my home. My husband drinks beer. You brought one beer. That's not gonna cut it. So I knew then my husband's friends had no proper etiquette, no home training, and I didn't want these people around him or me. So then he was a little upset about that. He's like, well, why do I have to get rid of my friends? I said, now think about that. Now to where we at now. I said, now he was like, well, I don't have no friends. I said, now think about it. Every friend you had is doing nothing still right now. Me and my husband have been married 16 years. His friends are still doing the exact same things they were doing 16 years ago. Why do you want to keep those kind of people around? You can't be with these people. Like I think he one time did get with them one time, and he was like, it felt so different. It felt different. It ain't feel right. I said, yeah, because they still poor. They still in the poor mindset. They still in there. Let's mess with every girl in the world, even though all of them over 40 and look old. But this is the same mindset that they're in. None of them have homes. None of them own businesses. None of them not talking about retirement. So you don't have anything to talk to these people about anymore because that was their circle when you were just like that. But at some point, you needed to change. You needed to set boundaries. And you needed to say to these people, I don't want to be around you. It's not that you don't like them. It's not that you don't have mad respect for them. But sometimes people are only in your life for a season and a reason. So if you are around, think about it. If you sit down, and I have a sheet that I just, a worksheet that I just put in my group. So if you're not in my group, you don't get the worksheet. But if you join the group, you are definitely welcome to get the worksheet. And you need to write this down in your journal, and say to yourself, look at all your friends, name all your friends. Now pick off every one of them that has the same thing going on as you. And if everybody in your circle is just in the same mindset as you, in the same poor homes as you, they don't have anything, don't have cars, don't have nothing, no homes, ain't trying to do nothing, ain't went to school, ain't did nothing. Tell me why you need that. Tell me why you need that. Why are you codependent on those type of relationships that you can't set boundaries because you don't want to be the bad guy because I don't want to hurt Susan's feelings because she really ain't got it all together. So that's on Susan. You need to find new friends. You need to set boundaries with your friends. Stop waking up every morning with a text from your friend. Stop going to bed every night from the text of your friend. Stop putting that stuff in your spirit. Stop thinking that you can help everybody. Everybody is not savable. Everybody is not your project. You need to learn to set boundaries so that you will know that. You don't need to cross your own boundaries. You need to say to yourself, I want better in my life. I want to build my business. I want to start my podcast. I want to start this. I want to do this. But how are you going to do this if you continue to be hanging out with people who mean you no good? Because you have to set boundaries. There's no need for you to be running around here being like everybody else. And if you start to set boundaries and your friends, because I got that, where you think you all that, or, you ain't no better than me. Nah, boo, I am. I want better. So I'm doing better. And I'm setting boundaries. Well, lady, I just, my heart, how my heart is. Did I not go through that yesterday about this whole heart thing? I got a good heart crap. For some reason, you all think just because you have a good heart, you special. I done told you, I got a good heart too. I don't let people break it. See, if your heart's so good, you need to stop getting it broken. Because that's all you're doing when you don't let people, when people don't accept your boundaries. All you're doing is getting your heart broken over and over and over. You walk around saying, I'm tired of a man not doing this for me. And I'm tired of a man not doing that for me. But what you doing? Again, make it make sense. You can't be tired, but it's okay though. Set boundaries in your relationships, in your friendships, in your co-worker relationships. If you are still going into the office, I know some people still are not, but I know some people that still are. If you are going into the office and you got that, as soon as you walk in the door, here comes Susie with her damn problems, set boundaries in your cubicle. So she don't want to talk to you no more. Now she gossiping about you at work and she got everybody mad with you. So eat lunch alone. Y'all over 40. Y'all over 40. Why are you not setting boundaries at such an old age? No, we're not old, but would you get what I'm saying? We're mature. Boundaries should be something now that we be setting, and because you're too old to be playing games. I set boundaries, I keep it moving, and I don't turn back. I set my boundaries, I keep it moving, and I don't turn back. I have gotten to an age where I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time for it. Well, Lady O, what if my mother never talks to me again? My mother is very toxic. My mother never, she does me wrong, but if I set boundaries, she's just gonna put this. You can set boundaries with your mother. I did, and you know what? She doesn't talk to me right now. Nope, she does. She's not talking to me. I'm not talking to her. Because I know my boundaries and I want the respect that I deserve, just like I give her respect. It doesn't matter who it is. You earn respect. I remember when the last time I talked to my father, and he had the nerve to say to me, because me and him just had this awful knockout, drag out. And I said everything I've been wanting to say since the day that he raped me. I got a chance to say it that particular day. And I said it and I let him have it. Now, I wish I hadn't waited so long because I was very mean. I said some nasty things, but I did pray about it. But what he did say, he said to me, I am your father. You're going to respect me. I bust out laughing in his face. I bust out laughing. Because let me tell you about people when they want respect. See, they want respect, but not doing shit. See, he wants the father respect, but he was acting like a baby daddy when my mom was raising me. And that goes for all of your relationships. See, they want that. I'm your husband. You're going to respect me, but they acting like a boyfriend. Then you got a boyfriend who wants you to respect him or her or your girlfriend, but they acting like they single out there ripping them under the streets. I literally laughed in my father's face because I'm like, respect? Respect? You seriously want respect from me? I have never did he respect me at 12? No. But I let it go for so many years. So he was entitled to say what he said. See, this is why y'all, when you don't set boundaries, people treat you like they want to treat you because you don't set the boundaries. You can't get mad that when you get up in the morning, your man treating you like crap or your girlfriend treating you like crap. You can't get mad when your homegirl or your homeboy always up in your house, don't never have no lights on in their house. They always need your food. You always got to go pick them up. You can't be mad about that because you didn't set the boundaries. So what you mad for? They know how to treat you now, and it's like crap. But because I never set those boundaries with my father, he thought it was okay for him to say what he said. I'm talking about a man who never took me to a doctor's appointment a day in my life, said that he needed respect. And it's still funny to me when I say it. He needs respect. Oh, okay. I respectfully gave him respect and respected myself enough to never talk to him again. And I meant that. Because I also demand respect. Respect is due to a dog. And if you are around here fighting with people who don't respect you, who don't acknowledge you as a person and your boundaries, then you are getting what you deserve. Because they only can do what they are allowed to do. If a man is cheating on you or if a woman is cheating on you and you keep taking them back, why do they need to change? Because what y'all do too is you hold on to these relationships. Or maybe if they change, maybe if I could change them. But just maybe, no, sis, get out of it. Stop holding on to relationships and friendships that mean you no good. Stop being codependent on people who don't even care. Now, right now, I'm not talking to my people. I'm going to tell you about people who are toxic. They don't see the error of their ways. They're not changing because they don't think they did anything wrong to me. I can't change them. I'm not going to get on the phone and beg and plead for my mother to be different. I'm not going to get on the phone and beg and plead for my people to be different. I'm not going to do it. I have no tolerance for that. But if you're not going to respect my boundaries, then we can't talk. You can't come to my home. You can't be around me because I demand respect. And I set boundaries because this is what it's supposed to be. You have to think so highly of yourself. You can't practice self-love, but I'm in crappy relationships. Oh, but I'm practicing self-love. I got my nails done. I got my hair done. I'm practicing self-love. Nah, boo. That's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. Because you can have those nails done and that hair done all day long, but if you run around here in sorry, sad relationships, that hair and them nails ain't gonna mean nothing to anybody else in the world. All you're doing is masking your pain. Believe me, trust me, I know, I was there. You getting your hair and your nails done on your own with your own money, all you're doing is masking your pain. All you doing is saying, well, since he's not going to do it or she's not going to help me do this, then I'm just going to do it myself. So if you can do it yourself, why the hell not be single? If you could do it yourself, why don't hang out with your girlfriend no more or your homeboy no more? Again, make it make sense. When you start this self-love journey, it is a different type of feeling. It's a different type of way you feel in your mind. It's a different type of way you sleep. It's a different type of way you walk. It's a different type of way you talk when you get on this self-love journey. Because you have no tolerance for people who don't respect you. For people who don't respect your boundaries. But see, when you love yourself so much, then you're going to have to get used to not being alone. You're going to have to get used to that. You know, I used to mentor a woman that, well, I don't like sleeping by myself in the bed. And okay. Because you don't love yourself enough to sleep alone. And another thing, to all of my Christians out there, to all of my Bible readers out there, to all of the Lord got me and I'm going to pray about it. If that's the case, why are you still in those relationships? If that's the case, why are you still hanging out with friends that do you dirty? If that's the case, why are you letting this coworker talk to you any kind of way? Quit the job. Because you say that God got you. So it can't be two things. You can't have those two things. You can't be a believer in God, but if I leave this relationship, what's going to happen? I'm so scared. Well, I'm so nervous. I don't want to step out on faith if I leave this relationship. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Set boundaries for you. And you never know what people are going to say. It took my husband a long time to get to the point where he respected my boundaries, because what he used to say was, you crazy. I ain't never had no woman say this to me. Well, guess what? Go back to that woman. Because in my marriage, you're going to respect me and we're going to set boundaries, and this is how it's going to go. And he always laughs about it now when we see other women who, for instance, when my birthday comes, he is stressed out between birthday, Christmas, wedding anniversary, and now Valentine's Day. My husband is super stressed out. So he has friends that'll say, well, they don't have to buy their wives nothing. They got an arrangement. I don't care who their wives are. I set boundaries. If I'm going to be your wife and I'm going to cook and clean, take care of kids and do all this stuff, I deserve gifts. No, they don't have to be extravagant gifts. And as you can see, I buy my own flowers all the time. It's to the point where he'll say, I can't even buy you flowers because you got this whole house full of flowers. Because I know what I like. I know my boundaries. I know that I should be treated like a queen. So you have women that sit around, well, I don't really like things like that. Well, I'm really not that materialistic. Okay, girl. Oh, okay. That's why you scrolling Facebook, looking at all the people that are married and holding hands and having wedding dances, and you all on TikTok looking at this and you saying this. Yeah, because you do like that stuff. You're just too afraid to set those boundaries with the people that you're with. So you're settling. You're literally settling because you don't think you deserve it. And that's the topic for Thursday, tomorrow. You don't think you deserve to practice self-love. You don't think that you are worthy of self-love. But you are. God said that he created you to be fearfully and wonderfully. So if God said it, who do you think who do these people are to tell you that you're not? But when you get on this self-love journey, you will start to feel different. I don't stress out anymore. I don't come home crying anymore. And one of my friends would see me cry. I used to be so stressed out about my family. I mean, I used to just literally get in the car and just scream and beat on the wheel every single day. It was killing my sanity. But I couldn't hold on anymore just because it was family. I couldn't do it anymore. And right now, I don't know what's going on with them. I pray every day that everything is working out for them. I just gave them a favor because I used to be the punching bag of the family. I'm also the black sheep of the family. So they constantly talked about me. They constantly said I was doing all kinds of things that were wrong. So now I feel like when you set boundaries, you dismiss yourself. You move yourself from that situation. Now they don't have a punching bag anymore because I'm gone. And that's how it's going to be with you. They know the person who you're dealing with has no punching bag. The person who you're dealing with doesn't get to fill your brain up with all of that clutter and foolishness. When you walk down this self-love journey, you don't have to get your nails done to feel good. You don't have to get your hair done to feel good. When you walk down this self-love journey, I walk around here sometimes with a baseball cap on, but I'm pretty. I'm a queen. I got everything I need. People treat me well. And that's without the hair and the nails if I don't want it. When you decide to practice self-love, you will feel different. You will know it. But you have to truly believe you deserve it. Again, that's the topic for tomorrow. You have to believe in your mind you deserve it. So set boundaries. It's important to set boundaries. Number one, because it teaches people how to treat you. It teaches people how to treat you. It keeps people from running all over you. It keeps people from thinking that you are just going to tolerate anything they do to you. Two, it's good for your mental health. Remember, I told you my family was running me crazy. Every single day, it was something. And I used to be the one to run to their rescue, run to their rescue. Something go wrong, I'm running. But when something go wrong with me, always, well, we could have told, well, you shouldn't have done, and okay. But I was the one. Guess who was the one who was going crazy? Guess who was the one who was popping her happy pills? Guess who was going to sleep at night? Well, no, wasn't going to sleep at night because I was crying my eyes out all the time. Why can't my family just be like everybody else's family? Why can't my family just be perfect like the Hallmark people? That's what I was doing. I was losing my mind behind my family. But remember, though, when you get married, you cleave to your husband. So my family is my husband right now in this home, not those people outside. Yeah, we're blood. But now my friends are my family. I have friends that I have chosen to be my family, who will ride or die for me, who would jump for me just like I would for them. And we all have boundaries. That's why we're still friends. Setting boundaries makes you more confident. See, when you're so confident in who you are as a person, nobody, things, comments and dislikes, and there are tons of people walking around who walk right beside me, who smile at me all the time, who talk to me. People right now can't stand the ground I walk on. They hate that I'm so confident. But I'm so confident in my life that I don't care if you're around or not. Don't make me no difference. When you start setting boundaries, you gain confidence. And people know how to treat you. See, when people meet me, they always like to say I'm a little flamboyant, I'm a little loud, I'm a little cursor. So, but you better not overstep these boundaries. That's what you ain't gonna do. That's not what you're gonna do. And I'm confident that if you don't like me, it's 400 people, millions of people out there who do. I never I never worry about that anymore. It's not my hang up that you don't like me. That's your loss. But when you gain confidence, when you set boundaries, people will come into your lives that you wouldn't even expect to meet. When you get rid of those people, you will gain better people. So setting boundaries is good. It's the best thing that I could have done. And for the last 5 months or 4 months that I've set those boundaries with my family members, I sleep like a baby. I told you yesterday, it's not a day that I don't go by that I don't think, about something I probably should. I used to get on the phone and call my mom about. It happens. But I weigh that option along with the option of them mistreating me. And even though I'm forgiving them for how they've treated me, I ain't forgot. And I don't want to subject myself to that again. I don't want to. In due time, yes. We'll call, we'll talk, we'll, hash out some differences. But right now, I respect myself enough not to go insane dealing with other people's baggage and crap. And you all have to do the same. That goes for business as well. And I'll talk about self-love and business and boundaries on Friday. Because in your business, you're going to have to set boundaries. I learned that the hard way as well as a business owner. When you don't set boundaries, people think they can do you any kind of way. Yes, it happens in business too. All right. So that's it. That is it. I told y'all this is my favorite topic. I could go on for a whole nother 40 minutes about this. Like, this is my all-time favorite topic. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. I love it. I absolutely eat it up. Because I wish some of the women that I mentor, some of my clients would literally get their boundaries, stick to them. Well, Olivia, how do you stick to them? How do you stick to your boundaries? I'm gonna wrap it up here. How do you stick to your boundaries? You keep reminding yourself what you deserve. You keep reminding yourself that I do not deserve to be mistreated. When they overstep their boundaries, remember what I told you. If you told them they keep overstepping your boundaries, you got to be prepared to get rid of these people. So if you are going to stick to your boundaries, every time you think about your boundaries, every time they cross your boundaries, you sit there and you look passive and you're like, oh, well, think about how you are supposed to be treated. And you keep those boundaries. Me personally, I'm gonna give you 3 chances to step over the boundaries. After the 3rd chance, you gotta go. So when you're practicing self-love, you better love yourself enough to fulfill that void of all the people that you're gonna have to cut off. You're gonna have to fill that void, meaning you need to be finding something to do. You need to find what you're talented at. You need to start a business if you need to. You need to read some books. You need to go do something to fill that void. Because in order for you to stick to those boundaries, you are going to have to say, I deserve this. I deserve this. Okay? And there you have it for day 3. Thank you all. Y'all know I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the comments just yet. I'll go back and read the comments in a little bit. But thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. If you all are catching this on the replay, put replay, or it'll be over on my YouTube channel. And I think it'll stay on IGTV for a little while, but it'll also be on. So, because if you need to have this, you need to watch it over and over and over and over. You need to let it hit replay. Like I said yesterday, hit replay. What did Coach Lady O say about boundaries? Play it over and over and over. Because it'll be there for you to have. Okay? So I'll see you all tomorrow for day 4. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the topic, but it's going to be self-love and businesses. You need to practice self-love in your business. So I'm going to bring the business aspect of self-love tomorrow. Okay. So for those of you all who are not in business and you want to start a business, I'm going to teach you how to go ahead and set those business boundaries because you're going to need them. Okay. Have a great rest of the night. I will see you all back here tomorrow. Bye now.